Hi, this is Bill, and this is going to be a box opening and initial thoughts of I believe the name of the brand is called Feiyue or Feiyue. Um, it's a F04, which I think I've seen different variants of the same chassis, and um, I saw this funny looking connector here. So this looks like a universal plug that goes into a US based outlet, and it looks like I bet this is going to be for the charger. And I've seen different variants of the same car here, but I don't really have a lot of information. I can't seem to find the OEM's website or anything like that. This car actually came from Banggood.com. I'll be sure and post the links to the product page of where I got this and so forth. But what I really liked about this car is it has a lot of cool little features in it, with such as a wheelie bar that comes with it. It's all metal gear diffs, shaft drive, four-wheel drive system, and they're saying it comes with a slipper clutch for the center drive shaft. And one of what really caught my eye was this is an all-terrain vehicle style. And I actually had built an ATV style car not too long ago, and I kind of had seller's remorse after I got rid of it. And I tell you what, as soon as I saw this, I just had to get one, because I wanted a smaller version of it. And this is a 12 scale car, and it seemed to be about the right size for my needs. And this looks like this is going to be pretty dang cool to me. It's a nice lightweight body. This is actually a relatively durable. Oh, I see. There's a body clip in the butt of the driver. I guess you put him on here, and you can clip it through in the body, keep him in place. There was the one that I had. The driver had a tendency to fall off real easily, and this one seems to be a lot more durable. So yeah, I like that as a plus right off the bat. Looks like I got it. The foam inserts in this car are very weak. They don't seem very sturdy. So there's a lot of forgiveness there. This driving on a high traction surface, I would have to. I'm guessing it would have a tendency to roll. I'm gonna have to see if I can't find some replacement foams for this, and see if these wheels are easy to, or these tires are easy to remove. I'm not sure about that. Let's see how the diffs feel. The rear diff is extremely tight. I'm gonna have to figure out how to loosen that up. And let's see how the front diff feels. Yeah, the front diff is equally as too tight. Actually, we'll have to see. I mean, I'll drive it and see how it feels and handles and what it seems like. But it looks to me like there's going to be a little bit of tuning necessary for my needs. And the body clips seem very easy to get to and access to remove the body. And this truck isn't that much smaller than a 10th scale four-wheel drive buggy. In fact, let me do this. Let me go ahead and try to get a 10th scale four-wheel drive buggy, just to give you an idea of what we're talking about. This is my Raptor here, and you'll see the Raptor has got a little bit longer wheelbase, and it's about the same width. But overall vehicle size is almost about the same size as a 10th scale four-wheel drive buggy. The battery pack in there that comes with this is relatively small. It looks like you can fit a slightly larger pack. This has got a 1500 milliamp. It looks to me like a 2-cell LiPo with a balance on there. And I'm guessing I could probably get maybe an 1800 or a 2000 milliamp possibly in there, depending on on the size for this battery tray. But there is a little bit of slop in there. Probably wouldn't hurt to put some foam in there. It does come with Dean's plugs. It comes with a brushed 390 size motor, and the speed control receiver looks like a 2-in-1 unit, but it does have a separate servo, which is nice with a servo protector. I'm seeing some aluminum shock caps on the shocks, and it looks like they've got cantilever design in the front. The damping on there doesn't feel like there's much damping control, and the spring rate feels a little soft to me. It feels real toyish. See how it just kind of wants to bounce around like that? It doesn't want to drop and just settle in and then come right back up once. It has a tendency to want to do a lot of bounciness. So I'll have to play around with the damping in here and maybe figure out. Hopefully it does have damping ability with these shocks. I'll play with it some more and see where it goes. I can see the adjustable slipper clutch is here in the center, and it looks like it has universal center drive shafts that are plastic, very similar to that of the Traxxas drive shafts. It's got a solid axle in the rear. But it does have a fair amount of play. We'll have to see how that goes in handling. It's kind of like a rock racer style. It looks to me like it has some metal parts on the suspension arm holders, both the front and the rear here, which kind of helps add the durability. That's pretty for this price point. I haven't really seen that in too many cars. That's kind of nice for durability. That's a very common part that I've seen break in other cars, and so that's very promising to me. And it kind of looks like there's metal, even though there's on the drives in here. I do see a metal part in the shaft on the inside. It goes inside the plastic shafts. So I don't see any adjustable turnbuckles anywhere. So there's not much as far as the tuning goes with this car. Same thing in the steering. You're pretty much limited to the adjustment for the radio on the servo, and this seems like a fairly decent size servo that I'm seeing in here as well. This is definitely not a standard servo, but it's not a micro servo either. I'll have to look and see what I'll have to take some measurements of that later and figure out if it's got a metal gear in the servo or not. I'll definitely update. The hexes in here appear to be 12mm hexes. I'll have to take those out and measure them and see what those are all about. And this seems like a very promising design. Let's see what else is in the box. Looks like some sort of light cover had fallen out. I have to figure out where that goes. Oh, I see it right here. It looks like an optional LED piece that you put this cover on. You can put some LEDs in there. I'll have to look for that LED upgrade, but that's pretty cool. Little light box. The instruction manual looks like it comes with spare pinion gears, which is pretty nice, and some decals in there. Let's take a closer look at this manual. See if I can't open that up. Let's see. This looks like a pretty decent illustration. Looks like lots of breakdowns on how the parts go together. It does show that the wheels are, they have screws that hold them together, so it should be relatively easy for me to get in there and possibly replace that foam in the wheels. And it's showing me the dimensions of the foam. I'm going to try and, those are definitely open cell foams. I'm going to try and look for some closed cell foams that I can put in there. And it shows in the shock build that it does appear to be a, there is a shock, looks like a shock bladder in there, so it does show it should be, it should have some shock fluid in there, so maybe I can put a thicker fluid in there. It shows a good exploded view of the diff setup. definitely exploded parts views all throughout the car, which is really nice. It doesn't really show any instructions on how to do maintenance, but it is kind of nice to see where all the screws go together. It has dimensions for each screw in case you lose any, and then you can see where all the part numbers are identified and where they need to go when you go to for servicing the car. That's kind of nice. Parts. Looks like an extensive set of spare parts that are available. That's a huge plus. Looks like full ball bearings throughout and a few little metal upgrades like I pointed out earlier. Yeah, that's a pretty darn good manual for this price point. And let's go ahead and take a look and see what we got for the radio and charger. Okay, this is the charger that comes with it, and I know this is a LiPo charger, and it says the output on there is 800 milliamps. So 800 milliamps going into 1500 milliamp pack, which means it probably takes about 2 hours. So that's about a little over half C charge rate. So you're looking at about 2 hours to charge a battery, which you know, that isn't too bad. And then this is the radio that comes with it. I'm not sure what's going on here with this. Oh, that is clever. They've got it set up out of the box as a lefty grip radio, but I think you could just push that in, and all of a sudden it becomes a righty grip. So for somebody who's left-handed on the fly, you could just push that together, and then you've got a lefty-righty grip setup. That's pretty cool. Everything else on the radio, it has a 50-50, 70-30 button for the throttle. So if I put this to 70-30, you'll see you have 70% pull on the throttle. It gives you more range, and then a short brake. And then you flip it to the 50-50, and then you saw that. I don't know if you saw that switch back. Let's try to put it like this. You can see that it goes forward and then backward, and the 50-50 on the throttle. It's got dual rates for the steering, and it's got trim rates. But I don't see any dual rate or trim for the throttle. It's probably one of those it just auto calibrates every time you turn on, would be my guess. And that's pretty much it. The batteries that are required, looks like it requires 4 AA batteries for the transmitter. I don't see a charge jack or anything like that. It probably just requires regular alkaline batteries. Yeah. Yeah, it says. No. I guess you can use rechargeable, it just don't mix rechargeable with alkaline. That's all they're saying there. But yeah, this I can't wait to try this. Look for some more video updates and my thoughts on this car in the near future. And go ahead and follow the link on the description of this video for more details. And thanks for watching.